In this video, we'll show you how to add test results for a client. We're picking back up right where we left off in Add a Client, where we added Jane Doe as a client, and so she got added to this client's table. So what we'll do here, after you add the client, you click this button for Add Test Results, and it takes you to the Add Test Results screen. The client is already selected in the client drop-down here. Then you enter the collection date. You can either type that in or select the date. Then you start entering the values for the markers. And the way we have this laid out is by panels. The most common panel ordered by practitioners is the complete blood count, the CBC, with differentials and platelets. When you have your client's blood test results, you're either looking at them on the screen in a PDF. You can resize this window so both windows are side by side, and then you could just go right down and start entering those values as they appear on the client's blood work. So the values here, these are just placeholders, but they are the mean value of that range. These values will adjust based on the client characteristics, and these are the units here. And when you first log into the software and you add your very first test, this time-saving features modal will pop up, letting you know that we help you save time during the data entry process by automatically calculating various fields. For instance, for MCV, MCH, and MCHC, those are automatically calculated as soon as you enter the values for red blood cells, hemoglobin, and hematocrit. If you entered white blood cell differentials in percents, we'll calculate the absolutes, or vice versa. This helps you save some time. So we'll go back here, add test results, and then you just start entering the results here. We'll just enter some results, and you enter a result, and then tab takes you to the next data entry field. So that's the fastest way to keep going. And we'll enter a couple values here, and you'll see how these values are automatically calculated. And you just keep going down. RDW, platelets, hopefully they have those. Sometimes they don't have MPV, but that's a pretty valuable number. Next, we'll enter the white blood cell differential, and we have to select the units that we want to enter. This is the default here. You could select this absolute or the percent. If you have absolutes and their values for eosinophils and basophils and not just zeros, it's usually more accurate to enter the absolutes. The next section that we have is the Comprehensive Metabolic Panel, the CMP. That's the second most popular blood panel that practitioners order for their clients. These are in order of how they appear on the blood work. And again, they just enter. And this one, you can see if you enter BUN and creatinine, the ratio is automatically calculated, so you can just skip right over that. You only have to enter one of these based on the ethnicity of the client. Keep entering the rest of these here. We have this bilirubin clear button. When you enter bilirubin total, we have markers for bilirubin direct and indirect down below. You could just order and enter one of those, direct or indirect, and it'll calculate the other. If you make a mistake on entering one of those, you can clear out all three of these fields with this button here and then re-enter them. So then the next thing is the lipid panel, and again, some of these ratios are automatically calculated for you. The iron panel, percent saturation is calculated automatically. Then the thyroid panel, enter the values here. Then these are all other additional markers listed in alphabetical order. Once you're done entering all those markers, you hit the save button, and it adds that test result to the top of this test results table here. Then what you want to do next is double check you entered all those values correctly. You hit the view test results button that I just selected there, and it'll bring up this modal that shows you all the values that you just entered, just to make sure that you did that correctly. If you find a mistake, you can go back here, you click the edit results button, you can change that value here, and then go down and hit save, and it'll save those results. And if you didn't mean to enter that test, you can just delete that test. In the next videos, we'll show you what this button is, the analyze results, so you can look at the analysis of the test that you just added.